Hi, my name is Darren Joseph from HCJ.tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of international tax. And today we have a bit of a segue. We have the honor and the privilege of speaking with Steve Maggi. Steve, would you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. Steve Maggi here. I'm an immigrant from Argentina, and I've been running my own immigration practice based in the U.S. since 2004, so for a little while.
Okay, fantastic.
So given the challenges of the EB-5 program, what are your thoughts on the proposed gold card, the $5 million one?
Well, I think the gold card would have to replace the EB-5.
Right.
So it without rewriting the entire law, which hasn't been really changed since the 90s, you would have to replace the current program and all the requirements and make it $5 million. I think you would also have to make it more attractive by one of two ways. One, you make it direct citizenship like we see with other countries, or at least you make it a permanent green card, because the problem with EB-5 is it's conditional upon showing that you created at least 10 full-time jobs based on your direct investment, which because of all the obstacles with the EB-5 program and the delays and all that, it's very hard to prove that now. So they would have to at least make it a permanent residence. And then you would just have to live in the US for more than half the time for 5 years, not commit crimes that make you deportable, and then apply for citizenship, or make it directly, like buy your citizenship, like we see with, say, kids in a lot of other countries, right? I don't know. I see it. EB-5 really is kind of a dinosaur now. It's not working the way it should. The caps should be removed. There's all sorts of problems, and there should be premium processing on the petitions. Those don't exist for I don't know what reason.
Yeah.
But the gold card could potentially be something that replaces that. But to make it attractive, $5 million is a lot more than a lot of other countries are charging for this citizenship by investment, right? So I think you have to make it citizenship, and you have to make it very easy for people to get. Vetting them, making sure they're just not criminals, the money is lawfully sourced, it's not a product of illegal activity or money laundering or anything like that. And then you make it a direct thing. And then that's something that has never existed in the United States, right? Citizenship is either by birth or through family members. But if you get married to someone, you most likely have to be a resident and then eventually become a citizen. Direct citizenship is almost unheard of in the US. But I think in order for the golden card to really be something that would be feasible and attractive to others, you would have to make it citizenship directly, I think.
Okay, interesting. Are you familiar, as a segue, are you familiar with Australia's program?
Not.
Because I think it's around that price point for residents, but it's okay. Just out of interest.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a juggling thing, right? There's an incredible, almost unquantifiable value that being in the US has for a lot of people. That's why we have the work that we have. They just think it's this magical place where you can, you can accomplish anything. That's one of the reasons I stayed here, being from somewhere else. And I feel like that is true to a large degree. But then you have to make yourself, just like any market that you're competing for clients, essentially. You want to make a business metaphor here. You have to make it competitive with other countries, because if all things being equal, the US has to have more value for someone than it does if Australia offers the same thing, but there's more possibilities in the US than people would choose the US, right? So I think it's important that you mention that, and people need to do their comparison shopping. What we've seen in terms of global migration is people are now going to where the opportunities are best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if someone wanted to reach you, what's the best way to find you?
Probably just to contact me on LinkedIn or to write me directly, smaggi@smalawyers.com. The website is www.smaimmigration.com. They can also send a query through the website.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.